Oop, something's flying above me. Hey guys, as you can see, I am filming from a park today. I'm trying to become one with nature. And the weather today is actually perfect because it's not too sunny. And so the humidity and the heat in Bangkok is slightly more bearable because the sun isn't just melting me. And it wouldn't be me if I didn't have a matcha, so I've got that with me as well. Today I just felt like chatting with you a little bit because there's been something that's been on my mind ever since I've come back from Vietnam. And if I'm going to be honest, it's something I started realizing when I was there. And so I have the sun fully blaring into my eyes, but the lighting is pretty good here, so here I am. But seriously, I had this realization when I was in Vietnam, and I think it's one that has been really important for me, and I thought it'd be a good thing to also share with you guys in case there's someone else out there who may also relate or maybe just need this reminder. So, something I noticed in Vietnam that honestly really surprised me, something about myself, was that I was feeling so much more creative and alive on the inside. You know, I was feeling so free mentally, creatively specifically. Like I had the urge to write so much more. I had the urge to sit and really allow myself to take the next steps in terms of the creative side of things I'd like to do at work. I was thinking of new video ideas. I was just like feeling peak creativity when I was there. And the funny thing is that I was feeling this way not because I was sitting and meditating or doing my morning pages and journaling or, doing the typical practices that make me feel like I was going within. But rather, I felt all of this when I was so immersed in the present moment, whether I was with my friends, whether I was trying food, whether I was just walking around trying to find really cute things to film. It was in those moments where I was so present, interacting with my outer reality, that my inner world, that creative side of me, came to life. But do you know how this actually came about? I, for the first time in my life, forgot my journal on my bed and did not travel with it. Usually in all of my travels, my adventures, I always carry a notebook with me. I carry a journal with me. And I'm almost so strict with myself where I'll do my best to find time to just journal, to really sit with myself, no distractions, pour my thoughts out. But in my rush for, packing and getting ready to leave and meet my best friends on my trip, I left my journal on my bed with my jelly cat and rushed to the airport. And the thing is, we typically think about meditation and inner work as this ideal way to be present. It's like the ultimate practice for presence, for bringing you back to yourself. It's all about going within, quieting your mind, connecting with yourself, shifting your thoughts. And I still love that, don't get me wrong. I stand by how powerful that is and how much it can change your life and how transformational these types of practices can be. But something actually shifted this time around on my trip. And it brought me to this realization as I was just walking around the streets of Da Nang and Hoi An. I was sitting in cafes with my friends, talking to strangers, watching people go about their lives. That is something that this time around brought me into the present moment. It actually got me out of my own head and into my body as I interacted with the world around me. And it did so in a way I find my, daily spiritual routines don't do for me. Not always, at least. Not to this extent. When you're a creature of habit, it's so easy to just get lost in your own little bubble. And as someone who loves routines, I can get stuck there a lot. Too much journaling, too much inner work. And before I know it, I'm living in my thoughts instead of living in the moment. And while there are phases in your life where that can be really powerful and really important, while it is so amazing, I do realize how limiting that can get. I feel like I'm repeating the word realization a lot in this video. But what I discovered was that balance of you doing the inner work and being inside your inner world while also really just going out there and getting hands-on interacting with the external world is so important. Inner work is so powerful, but so is letting the world in. So is you truly just allowing yourself to be immersed in the world around you. This is one way to make your whole life, the entire world, and every single experience you have become a meditation of its own. And this time around, leaving my journal home by accident really pushed me to just be as I am, just being Rashmi in the moment, helped me feel so present in such a different way. And the best part about all of this is that my journal was still at home, sitting on my bed next to my Jellycat, exactly where I left it, with pages that are empty, ready to be filled with new stories that I got to pick up by actually, making my entire trip a meditation, being immersed in every experience in the present moment with my best friends, with all of the cute cafe dates we went on, with our little beach trips and fun activities and shopping and eating and smiling at strangers, all of that. It was just one big meditation that brought me downloads, I guess. Stories to come and tell my journal and to tell you guys and to tell the world. And I guess this is a reminder for you and for me that presence does not always mean sitting still. That changing your inner world does not only come from doing the deep subconscious work through your spiritual practices. Sometimes it's walking through a busy street. Sometimes it's sitting quietly at home. Both matter. And when you let them work together in a harmony that's just unique to your own soul, balancing both the inner world and the outer world, spending time nurturing both, interacting with both, that is when your life starts to really feel full and complete, and it opens you up to so many more aligned experiences that make your life feel beautiful. And that is all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really wanted to get this off my chest and share it in hopes that it reaches all of you who maybe need this message, because I know that I have been on both sides where sometimes I go too deep into the inner world and sometimes I do the complete opposite and move through life mindlessly without any presence. And this trip was a great way for me to come back to that middle ground where I was like, okay, I'm doing the inner work, but I'm also fully leaving an imprint on the world by interacting with everyone and everything around me and showing up just as my most authentic self. But yeah, I will be back with another video. Thank you so much for watching. It's actually getting really hot now. It is so sunny and I am so sweaty. Okay, bye.